Less than 300 years ago, early American colonists stood united against Great Britain during the American Revolution.
At our founding, when our country was really an experiment, we didn't know if we were going to be a nation that would live, that would thrive, that would survive.
Fast forward to the year 2020, America is at war once again with the global pandemic. In response to the virus, public places like the USS Constitution Museum closed their doors. Now, months later, they're starting to welcome back their guests and staff, with the exception of one special volunteer.
Great-grandpa.
Frank was warm, outgoing, caring, and just has a joyful spirit, always had a twinkle in his eye when he came into work each day.
American history enthusiast Frank Clements was born in Ipswich in 1929. Clements' family tells me he had two lifelong loves, his wife Helen, and building models. Building his first model at just 10 years old, Clements would go on to lend his talent and vision to help establish the USS Constitution Model Shipwright Guild in 1979.
The USS Constitution Model Shipwright Guild of New England is a group of volunteers who enjoy building ship models, and they get together monthly and they share techniques on how you make a ship look like it's really just been sailing, or how you make the waves look that they've just been crested.
For 40 years, Clements served as the Guild's model shop coordinator. During that time, he designed and built 45 ship models.
Some people will build models out of kits. Some people will build models out of plastic. Some members of the Guild build models out of paper. So it's the creativity of the modelers themselves and how they choose to challenge themselves.
But Clements chose to craft his models in a traditional way called plank on frame, the same sort of construction that was required of an actual ship.
And he spent years researching the ship, learning about the ship, knowing the stories of the ship, and sharing those stories with visitors.
The museum tells me Clements' models typically took about 2 years to build, and it was a passion he was very proud of.
Frank was talking with a group of school kids who came through, and they asked him a question like that: how long does it take to build a model? And when he said a couple of years, they were floored by that answer. And I remember Frank saying to them, well, why rush when you're having fun?
Here's a look at one of Clements' models. His attention to detail and historical accuracy for ships just like this one won him dozens of awards while he volunteered for the museum.
The fun of working with someone like Frank Clements and watching him build models in this shop is that Frank was able to take a moment in history and, in the form of a ship, to bring it to life in miniature.
On July 27th, Clements passed away at age 90, leaving behind his beautiful historic creations and an abundance of fond memories.
We all miss Frank deeply. He's been a wonderful volunteer who came year after year, time after time. Even when he couldn't drive anymore, he would get rides in or take the bus to come on in. He was both an artisan, a storyteller, and a wonderful friend.
This has been a VNN-sponsored news story. For more information, email dsaitta@verifiednews.network. For more information about the USS Constitution Museum, visit ussconstitutionmuseum.org.